Hello, and welcome to the first ever walkthrough by K&W Reviews. I am the W of K&W Reviews, and this will be a walkthrough of Magna Carta 2. Now, this being our first walkthrough, it does have a tendency to get a little better as it goes on, because we got a little better at doing it. But I do like to point out that what I've done is, from the beginning, I've made this a little viewer-friendly by doing things like taking out load times and save times and stuff like that. There's not a lot of parts where I do the leveling process because it just, it's kind of boring and whatnot. But you see it a few times and then I sort of cut it out so that you don't have to worry about it anymore. But you'll see what I'm talking about. Let's just go ahead and start playing.
It was January, in the year 1149 of the Lonsheim calendar.
Prime Minister?
The king!
Schuenzeit, Prime Minister of Lonsheim, launched a rebellion, killing Queen Ibrine and usurping the throne.
Come, Your Highness. We must hurry.
Princess Rizafilda, who was 15 years old, had been held prisoner within the palace for a time, but made a miraculous escape. And, in order to resist Schuenzeit, enlisted the aid of Count Alex, an influential noble. 1 year later, the northern forces, comprised of Lonsheim army troops and led by Schuenzeit, clashed with the southern forces, formed by Count Alex and the lords of neighboring cities. This was the beginning of what would later be called the Lonsheim Civil War.
You must not allow her to be killed.
Princess Rizafilda.
Even now, after 2 years have passed, the shadow of war looms like a dark cloud covering the entire kingdom of Lonsheim.
Back then, I was just a kid who didn't know anything. Who I was, where I came from. I had amnesia, and floated through a dull, uneventful life on this island.
You can keep on hauling her up.
Okay, pull!
Thanks a lot. Why am I not surprised? Would you get up from there already? I said get up. Can't you see that everybody else is working?
Hey, cut it out! Look, I was up really late working yesterday, so cut me some slack.
Slack, huh? Go ahead and rest if you want.
Really?
Yeah, rest in peace.
Wait a minute! Ah!
Hey! Juto fell! Is he alive? Hurry! Pull it up!
Maybe I just wanted to turn a blind eye to reality. What are you doing? Are you trying to kill me?
You brought it on yourself. This is no time to be napping. The village is in danger.
You mean that talk about the northern forces attacking again? You and the island guards drove them off last time, remember? What's the big deal?
The southern forces were helping us then. We were lucky, that's all. If the northern forces decided to go all out, this island wouldn't stand a chance.
Yeah, but the southern forces are on the island, right? They'll back us up again.
The reason the southern forces are here isn't so they can save our hides. I bet the real reason they're here is to get their hands on the Guardian.
Guardian? What's that? Is it that big a deal?
Don't you remember? The Guardian is a living weapon created by the hero Strauss in the Great War 1,000 years ago. The Northern Forces created monster weapons called Sentinels based on it. Apparently, Sentinels are massacring lots of Southern Force soldiers as we speak. The Southern Forces are helpless in the face of those powerful monster weapons. It's a one-sided slaughter. That's why they're interested in the Guardian.
So the southern forces want to fight the Sentinels with the Guardian?
I think what they're after is to figure out how the Sentinels are constructed. The Northern Forces won't let them do that. Since the Guardian's been found on this island, there's no telling when it'll become a battlefield. That's why it's vital to keep a constant lookout on the shoreline. Now that we're clear on that, I want you to go to the observatory and see if Northern Forces ships are coming.
Jeez, how come I'm always your errand boy?
It's punishment for slacking off. You don't have anything better to do.
No sign of the Northern Forces anywhere. It's all very quiet, same as always.
So, you're slacking off again?
I was looking at Lestrada, that's all.
Do you know what Lestrada is?
So... It was also built by the hero Strauss, right?
And what else?
Just because someone loses his memory, it doesn't make him an idiot. Strauss is the hero who saved the world, right? Even I know that.
Goodness, I'm so happy that you managed to learn that much. In that case, do you also remember how Lestrada floats in the air? I think I taught you that before, too.
Well...
Why do I even bother trying? Lestrada is the aerial battleship used by the hero Strauss in the Great War that engulfed the entire world 1,000 years ago. After the war, Lonsheim was in ruins, and its people were hard-pressed just to survive. And so, to prevent the fall of Lonsheim, Strauss borrowed Lestrada's capabilities. To save the world, he released his immense power through Lestrada as it flew, sending it into the earth below, sacrificing himself in the process. Thanks to him, the land overflowed with bounty, becoming far more fertile than before, so much so that the earth doesn't even need to be tilled. Wizardry became more potent, and there was a sharp rise in the number of people able to use it. Anyway, there's a lot more to the story. But it's entirely thanks to Lestrada that the people of Lonsheim are able to live here as well as they do.
I guess that's why the villagers sometimes offer up prayers to it.
That's right. We'll have a review of all this next week, so make sure you have everything memorized.
What? Oh man, I didn't even catch all of it!
If you have any trouble, ask the villagers. This stuff is common knowledge. Maybe I should give you your next errand.
Another one?
Well, of course. Come to the lift at the south of the village. I'll be waiting.
Okay, so I'm gonna quickly run through the basic controls right now. The left stick is move. I mean, it's pretty standard. Right stick, camera. Let's see. Y opens up this battle menu, but that's not really too important yet. I'll go over that at a later time. B doesn't do anything yet. Let's see, X doesn't do anything. Let's see, back. Here's the map. So the maps show everything in this area, which makes sense, but it also, like, some of these places you'll have to go through doors which essentially load new areas, but it's still considered high wind, so it shows a lot more than you really need at one time, but you'll just have to get used to it. Okay, so start brings up the menu, which again we'll go over that more once we have some of the other stuff in the menu. For now, we just, you know, need to run around and finish the beginning mission so we can actually play the real game. So that's the healing leaf. Just grabbing it right now. So if you look up at that mini map, there's a little area that tells you the general direction that you need to go. And then again, if you bring up the map with back, I don't know if you can see it, but there's like a little flag, right? And that's where the quest is on the map. Now, the only quests that show up are the main ones. All the secondary quests you can't set markers for, so you'll have to just read the description and look at the map and kind of try and figure out where they are. But I'll talk about that a little bit more once we get a secondary quest.
Juto?
What's up?
Could you do me a favor?
Yeah?
Could you open this lapper's shell for me? You see, I need a pearl.
Ah, it's no trouble at all. Hey, are you gonna make something with the pearl?
Yes. Papa is off at war. I'm making a lucky charm so that he'll come home soon. A kick from you will be plenty to break the lapper shell. Just get close to the lapper shell, and then press the A button.
Got it. Leave it to me.
Thank you so much, Juto.
I hope your dad comes home safe and sound.
To repay you, here's something useful. The column you see over there is the pillar. The pillar is really smart, and it can save the memory of whoever activates it. You lost your memories, right? You should save them at the pillar so that you don't lose them again, okay? To use the pillar, press the A button when you're in front of it. Oh, and the pillar can also restore health, so put it to good use.
Wow, talk about handy. I'll give it a try, thanks. Alright, you have your pearl now, so head back to the village. It's not safe here.
Okay, bye!
So yeah, the pillars restore health. You have to activate the pillar to restore health. I'm pretty sure it's not one of those just run by it things. Yeah.